Where did that come from? Whoa!
Like still standing.
I'm toast. Okay, oh, they're coming. Leave me alone!
Trespassing signs exist for a reason. But what happens when there are no signs? When the only warning is shotgun shells on the trail? Tonight, we examine moments when explorers crossed invisible boundaries and found evidence instead of peace. Abandoned tents beside cold cases. Spirit boxes say names that appear on bags minutes later. Strangers barefoot in the middle of nowhere with stories that don't add up. These weren't supernatural encounters. These were human. And the question remains, what really happened out there? Shotgun shells were scattered across the trail, an abandoned canoe next to a stagnant pond. And when the property owners finally found you, they didn't ask you to leave. They told you to get in the truck. October 4th, 2015. YouTuber Guns In It Stuff ventured deep into the remote wilderness to spend 24 hours surviving in the elements. He'd chosen what appeared to be isolated territory, far from civilization. But as he made his way down the train tracks toward his planned campsite, signs began appearing that he wasn't the first person to visit this area. And he definitely wasn't alone. Shotgun shells, dozens of them, scattered along the path like breadcrumbs leading deeper into the woods. Then, an old fire pit. An abandoned canoe sits beside a murky, stagnant pond. And finally, a car, rusted and half buried in the undergrowth, like it had been there for years. None of it felt right. But he'd come this far, so he kept going.
So I'm coming down the train tracks on the way to my campsite. What do I happen to see? I'm not the only one who's been here. Looks like I won't be quite as isolated as I'd planned on. I just hope it's not any rapist hillbillies out here. I'm on the final leg of my trek to the campsite. And what do I see when I get down here? Look at all those shells. Nothing hostile and uninviting about that at all. We'll just put that out of our minds for now. Out there, another 1,000 yards or so is home. Wish me luck. Here we are. This is home. It's a fire pit from camp long ago. This is my neighborhood for the next 24 hours. Got a nice stagnant pond over there and a canoe. Nothing weird about that at all. Definitely doesn't belong to rapist hillbillies. Probably goes.
He tried to brush it off, told himself it was nothing. Maybe old hunting grounds. Maybe kids hanging out years ago. But the shotgun shells were a clear message. Someone had been using this area, and they didn't want visitors. Still, he set up camp near the old fire pit, started building a fire, and tried to settle in for the night. Then people appeared. 3 of them are walking dogs through the woods. They saw him, called their dogs back immediately, and made a hasty retreat. That's when he realized he was trespassing, and whoever owned this land knew he was there.
There's water and beer, right? I'll be okay. This is a canoe. So the rapist hillbillies must have left this out here. Fucking odd is that, really? What's somebody doing? Going out in the middle of a stagnant fucking pond in this canoe? I don't know. Apparently I'm not the only crazy person around here. Back yonder's where I came from. Look at that! Look at all that wood. It's too far for me to drag. Fuck it. This is it. This is home. There's a fridge. Why is there a fridge? I swear to God it's a fridge. We're not going all the way over there, but I've seen it before. It is. A tire. More wood, my God! And set this whole place on fire. Alright, we're heading back. The wind's probably fucking with my microphone right now. Mother Nature's kind of a bitch. Last I checked, the forecast called for rain. I'm really hoping there's no rain. This is gonna suck enough as it is. Going back to camp. This is our old fire pit from many moons ago. I was a bit more of an amateur at this stuff. This is my supplies. My libations for this evening. I've only got 3 left, God help me. Got a decent pile of firewood. I need to do at least double this to make it through the night. This bastard is what's going to keep me warm. Look at that. We'll be lighting that up in a few hours. And we're not doing too bad here either. I'd like to see some of those gaps filled in, but it hardly matters. I'm going to cover that all with a space blanket. That's where we're at for now. We'll check back again later. I went on a walk looking for a fallen birch tree. For those of you who might not know, birch bark is one of the best fire starting materials around. It's also illegal to strip the birch from a live tree. So if I happen to come across any birch out here, everyone just say that it was dead when I found it, okay? I'm not admitting to any criminal behavior out here. We're on our way back to camp. The structure of my shelter is pretty much done. What the f is that? What is that? Someone's been building a goddamn shrine to the Blair Witch out here. Oh, no, that's just my cooking fire. The plan is start this fire up to cook my dinner, because that one's going to be way too hot to get close enough for cooking purposes. We're doing alright out here so far. Firewood. Lots and lots of firewood. No progress on this since the last update. But we do have even more firewood. In realization of the fact that I probably won't sleep at all tonight, I've forgone my plans to make a bed, and I'm constructing a chair. Cutting the final seat pieces here now. With this little beauty, I love this thing. It's a great little folding saw. But a lot of work you see in here was done simply by smashing. Never use a tool for what you can accomplish with simple brute force. My buddy Alex Lamana taught me that. Well, he didn't necessarily teach me it so much as rip down a tree that I was trying to chop down with less effort than I was using. So I learned from that, buddy. This is partly thanks to you. Updates later. Let's go for a walk. Feeling pretty good about things at camp. There's still some work to be done, but it's looking good so far. We're just gonna go on another rapist hillbilly patrol. I swear to God, if I hear someone say you got a pretty mouth, I'm gonna shit my pants. Fuck it. Let's go over it rather than around. I'm gonna give you a bird's eye view of what I'm sadly calling home. Bear with me here, it's goddamn treacherous. This is it. This is my campsite. It's a goddamn car in there. Honest to God car. Well, here I am. I finally made it. King of this bullshit little stagnant pond. Lord and master of all I survey. This really wasn't worth taking me up here for. We'll go back. Going back. Not much wildlife here. I'm glad I got food because hunting would have been a disaster. I heard a squirrel a while back. Didn't see him. Nothing here worth killing. I'm pretty close to done with my shelter. Doesn't look like much, but I expect it ought to keep me warm. It's 2:15 right now. I got a lot of time to kill and not a whole lot more work to do. Gather some more firewood. I need to prep this to get started. And there's my little lounge for the evening. This is really gonna suck. Be back later. So I just got spotted. There's 3 people out here walking their dogs. They saw me, called their dogs back, and made a hasty retreat. It's probably not good considering I'm trespassing. But here's what it is. On another note, I may have gotten a little bit ahead of myself. I forgot to film starting this fire. I will film the starting the cooking fire.
The video cut abruptly. When it resumed minutes later, everything had changed. The property owners had found him. They weren't friendly. They didn't ask him to leave politely. They demanded it. And when he offered to hike out on his own, they refused. "Get in the truck," they said. "This is private property. If you get hurt out here, we're liable." He tried again to explain that he could walk out. They didn't care. Then came the final demand. "Take off that belt with your knives on it." At that point, he had no choice. He complied, got in the truck, and they drove him out, dumping him on the side of a road twice as far from his car as where he'd started.
So as it turns out, the hillbillies found me. Like I said, I was trespassing. They grilled me on what I was doing. Told me to leave. I said, sure, I'll just hike it out of here. They said, no, get in the truck. And I said, I'm totally going to get ass raped by hillbillies right now. So I tried again. I said, you know what, it was an easy trip in here. I'll try to get out on my own. They says, no, it's private property. If you get hurt out there, we can be held accountable. Get in the truck. And I said, well, shit, at least I got my knives. And he says, by the way, take off that belt with your knives on it. So now I'm sure I'm going to die. So they dumped me on the side of the road. About twice the distance that I humped it in there to get to the campsite. Got back to my cottage, I'm trekking out again. I don't have time to make a shelter, but I will build the fire and try that freeze-dried survival food. We'll see how that goes. I'll keep you updated. Later. Coming up on campsite 2.0. Some of the people watching this video might find this familiar. Maybe not. But I figured since it worked the first time, this is where I'm going to do it again. Oh shit. This was the location of our fire. And we built the fire pit with a rock. Which someone...
Shaken but determined to salvage the trip, he hiked back out to a different location. One he'd used successfully before. But even there, something felt off. The fire pit he'd built on a previous trip had been disturbed. The rocks moved. Someone had been there since his last visit. Whether it was a coincidence or something more deliberate, he never found out. But the message was clear. Some parts of the wilderness aren't as empty as they seem, and some people don't want you there, no matter how far you think you've wandered from civilization. A barefoot stranger in the middle of nowhere, a truck abandoned for years, and footage that left more questions than answers. July 3rd, 2025. Michigan Rips, a dirt bike YouTuber filming rides across northern forests, was out on what should have been a routine trip. Instead, his audience got something far more unsettling. He was riding through dense forest near Ryerson Road, deep in Michigan's far north, where the nearest town sits miles away. Then someone stepped onto the trail. A man, barefoot, disoriented, asking for help.
Ran into a truck at all?
No.
Explorer?
No.
If you do, can you I don't know, possibly turn around and try to find me? I'm going to be taking this trip.
Okay.
I appreciate it. I really do. I've been looking for 2 days.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're almost out to the road if you follow this trail.
Really?
Yep.
The stranger's words came in broken fragments. He'd been out there for 2 days, searching for his truck. Michigan pointed him toward the road and kept riding. But something didn't add up. They were barely half a mile from Ryerson Road. How does someone stay lost that close for 48 hours? Deeper into the forest, Michigan found it. An old Chevy pickup, half buried in brush and rust. The paint faded. Metal corroded. It looked abandoned for years, not days. When he checked the registration sticker, the timeline collapsed. 2019. This truck had been sitting there for 6 years. If this was the man's truck, nothing made sense. Why barefoot? Why claim 2 days when the vehicle had been there for years? The comments are filled with theories. Some said call the authorities. Others warned that stopping for strangers in isolated areas is dangerous. But the most unsettling part? Michigan Rips never posted again after July 3rd. No follow-up, no explanation. His channel went silent. The footage remains online. The mystery remains unsolved. And somewhere in those woods, that truck is still waiting. When someone touches your tent in the middle of the night and doesn't answer when you call out, every instinct tells you one thing: run. January 2024. Sam, creator behind the YouTube channel The Northwest Wind, documents stealth camping across Ohio and the US. His videos usually showcase quiet nights in nature. But this night would be different. Something was waiting in the dark. It started as a warmer January evening. Sam set up camp behind a dog park. Quiet, isolated, safe. But from the moment he arrived, something felt wrong.
I don't know what it is here, but I keep feeling like somebody's watching me, and it's very, very strong feeling, like hair on the back of my neck standing up. I don't know. I just keep feeling like I'm being watched or something, though. I don't know.
His gut screamed at him, hair standing up. The feeling of being observed. But he pushed it aside and kept filming. As darkness fell, someone walked by. Close enough that Sam barely saw them. They didn't notice him, or didn't acknowledge him.
It's getting dark. Gonna be fully dark here in about 10 minutes or so. Somebody just walked by. I don't know if they had a dog or not, but they definitely didn't see me, but I could barely see them. The tent does not sit high at all. I've been sitting on my belly case. This was while I was eating, just finishing up eating. I don't know why, I'm just spooked. I haven't been saying that, but I've been spooked since I got here. I keep feeling like somebody's watching me. And then seeing that person. I know it's a public park, but still.
Sam crawled into his tent, hoping rest would calm his nerves. It didn't. Within minutes, footsteps, clear, deliberate, circling his tent.
There's somebody, hang on. I don't know if they can see it or not through the tent. I don't think so. I'm leaning right up against the light, but somebody's walking around out there very close to the tent. out there. I don't know if they're coming this way or just walking around out there. I can't tell. Somebody's definitely walking around out there, though. Hang on. I don't want to leave the light on in case they could see in here. I think the fly is thick enough that they can't see the light, but still, I'm leaning right up against the lantern, so you can only just barely see my face.
He grabbed his camera, kept the light low, and filmed in silence. Hoping they'd leave. They didn't.
Hang on. I want you to be able to see as much as possible, but I'm not going to turn on the lantern again. I have my headlamp in my pocket, too.
The footsteps got closer, 10 feet away. He could hear whispering. 2 people, maybe more. He called out.
Hello? They're really close. They're like 10 feet away. I think there's 2 people. I can't tell. I can barely hear them talking. They're whispering. I think there's 2 people. Hello?
No response. Then they touched the tent, hands brushing the fabric, right beside him.
Hello? Alright, I don't like this. Hello? Hello? They're touching my tent. Stop.
Sam called out again. Still nothing. Time was running out.
Hello? Alright, I'm getting the out of here. Hello? Hello? I don't know what the this is, but we're getting out of here. Hang on. Hello? Okay, they're walking away now. What do you want? What do you want? I have a knife. Where's my knife?
The instant Sam grabbed his knife, they vanished. He rushed outside and started packing, but they were still there, standing in shadows, watching.
Alright, I'm spooked. I don't like this. Get my headlamp on and we're getting out of here right now. They're just standing there. They're just standing there. What do you want? Leave me alone! They went over that way. I can't see them now. I know you're there. I see you.
Complete silence. But the feeling remained. Their intentions weren't good.
Knife. I smell your cigarette. Alright, I'm officially like tweaking now. I'm like, alright, we're just gonna get out of here. We're just gonna get out of here. I'll come back for this crap later. Do I have my phone? I'm gonna call 911 if you come near me. Should I just call the police now or do I just go? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm scared to go in any direction. I don't know where to go. I'm scared to go in any direction. I smell your cigarette. Is the camera on? The camera's on. I'm recording all of this. All right, they're moving again. I don't know. I'm getting out of here. We're going. I'll come back for this some other time. All right, let's get the hell out of here. I'm leaving. Don't follow me. I don't know where to go. I don't know which way to get out of here. I smell your cigarette. I can hear you. I hear you. All right, I don't know which way to go. How the hell do I get out of here? All right, I don't know how to get out of here. All right, this is how the
Too scared to finish packing, Sam abandoned his gear and ran, but they followed.
Stay away from me! They're coming behind me. I don't know what they're doing. They could just be around. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going. They're at my campsite. I see them. I see you reflecting off my tent. Leave my shit alone! All right, I'm getting out of here. You can have it.
Sam slipped, fell hard, and soaked himself. Pain shot through his body, but he kept moving.
I just ate I'm soaked. I'm toast. Okay, oh, they're coming. Leave me alone!
Driven by pure adrenaline, he reached a clearing where he could see everything. For a moment, he thought he'd lost them.
I'm about 5 minutes from the car now, but I'm in the big clearing off the path. I have the high ground, so to speak. I can see everything from behind me. I don't see anybody anymore. Can't hear anybody. If they were coming, I could see them.
Then something appeared in the distance, getting bigger, moving toward him.
Oh, it's getting bigger. It's getting bigger. All right, let's get the out of here. I don't know if they're like after me or something, or what the happening. We're getting the here. It's getting bigger. They're coming this way. Holy I don't like this. I'm calling the police. Okay.
Sam sprinted to his car and escaped. The next day, he returned. His tent had been destroyed, stakes pulled out, fabric torn.
Oh man, everything is absolutely sopped. Damn. Can't actually tell if they must have, because see, exactly like I was saying, they pulled the tent from the top while I was in there and pulled the stakes out of the ground. I did not do that, nor did I leave it like that. So somebody was definitely messing with my stuff.
Sam made it out alive, but the questions remain. Who were they, and why did they follow him until he had no choice but to run? A tent abandoned for 15 years. A body was found in 2009, and a sound in the forest that makes you realize you're standing exactly where someone died. June 15th, 2025. YouTuber Harbor Explorer and his friend Shiro were exploring Bindari National Park, expecting nothing more than another peaceful hike through beautiful wilderness. Harbor Explorer's channel isn't about creepy content, it's the opposite. His videos showcase calming adventures, serene landscapes, and moments of quiet in nature. This trip was supposed to be no different. They started their walk, noticing large animal footprints along the trail. Nothing alarming, just signs of wildlife passing through. But as they ventured deeper into the forest, they stumbled onto something that shifted the entire tone of the day.
Did you bring a knife? There's a few fairly decent sized bloody dog prints there. Decent sized animal. Not too concerned about it, but that's why I always carry a knife anyway. Just in case.
Oh, cut.
Yeah, someone comes here, eh? Like, why would you cut those?
They'd use them to make something.
The footprints were just the beginning. What came next was far more disturbing. Hidden among the trees, they found remnants of an old campsite, a kid's hiking bag, part of a broken chair, and then a tent, still standing after all these years, weathered but intact. The discovery hit differently when they realized what this place represented.
Alright, here we are. It's a bit weird, eh? It's like a kid's bag there. It's a hiking pack. Part of a chair. I can't believe it's still standing. Yeah, so who knows how long this thing's been here. I mean, the body of the fella was found, I think, 2009. So if it is his, I'm not good at maths, what's that? 15 years or so ago? Surely it can't still be standing. I'm gonna have a look around and see what we can find. What is it?
Date of manufacture is 2000, 28th of the 3rd, 2007.
Yeah, right. Bloody hell.
What is that?
So it could be that old, eh? Oh, that's a pair of track pants.
What size are they?
I can't see. Lift the bag up. Wouldn't surprise me if there's a bloody small line under the shit bag.
It's all orange paint inside it. Bright orange paint. Travel tag. Your name on it? Oh, it's a coke wrapper.
Dunno. Yeah,
What brand bag is it?
nothing in it, eh?
Check that brand and then see the photo. So check the photo. When they were made. That's written on it somewhere.
Samoa 85 litre. Let's just pat it all away.
Got a hole.
Yeah, it's creepy in here, eh? I don't know, it's just got a weird feeling. I don't know, you probably would have heard on the video just saying there was like a horn noise. It was only sounded man-made and it was only 100 metres or so away, so it's pretty much the way we're heading down this waterfall. Yeah, it's pretty bloody eerie if this was the actual tent of the torso that was found.
In 2009, a body had been found in this area. Just a torso. No identification, no clear cause. The case went cold. And now, 15 years later, Harbour and Shiro were standing at what appeared to be the victim's campsite. The tent matched the timeline, manufactured in 2007. Track pants lay nearby, a coat buckle. Personal items slowly decompose into the forest floor. Everything about the scene suggested this was where it happened. Then they heard it. A sound, man-made, mechanical, coming from about 100 meters away, down toward the waterfall. It didn't belong, not out here, not in a place this isolated. The realization hit them both at once. They were standing at the site of an unsolved death, and something nearby was making noise. When you knock 3 times in the woods and something knocks back, you've just announced your presence to whatever's been watching you all along. July 8th, 2025. YouTuber Exploring with Angelo set out on a stealth camping trip in the Mabu Highlands of Canada, an area with a reputation. Multiple alleged Bigfoot sightings over the years, stories of paranormal activity, local warnings about what might be lurking in those remote forests. Despite all of it, Angelo decided to push forward with his trip. The highlands are isolated. Dense woodland, rugged terrain, the kind of place where you can camp for days without seeing another person. Angelo had been enjoying the solitude, icebergs, new trails, and time with friends earlier in the trip. Everything felt like a once-in-a-lifetime adventure until the sun went down.
I don't see any, headlights or anything.
And I don't even hear like a car coming through, and there's no like main roads anywhere nearby. I figured I'd just check, might as well. I'd like to know if somebody's coming through. It'd be, oh. What the heck is that? Something there, but I don't have my flashlight, so I can't tell what it is. What is that? Is it a deer? It could be like a bobcat, actually. Hang on. Psst, 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 psst. I don't see anything else. Yeah, I definitely got to grab my rifle soon, just in case. I want to know what that is. I'm not going to get too close, but I want to get a little closer. I wish I had my flashlight on me so I can actually see what the heck that was.
That's when things shifted. Angelo heard something, a sound like a car horn, distant but clear. Strange, considering he was miles from any road. He went to investigate. Then he saw it. Eyes, glowing in the darkness, staring directly into his camera. Not moving, just watching. He couldn't tell what it was. Deer, bobcat, something else. But the way it stared unnerved him. Then he heard it again. The honking sound, but this time it came from the opposite direction. That didn't make sense. He just heard it from one side. Now it was behind him. Angelo decided to test a theory. The 3-knock method, allegedly a way Bigfoot communicates. He knocked 3 times on a tree.
Okay, I literally just heard honking down that way now. Wait. How's that? That doesn't make any sense. I heard it down there. Ugh. Stupid bugs. Okay. I'm really confused right now. I heard honking down in this direction, and then I heard it again over here, but I don't hear a car running. That's the thing. I don't know. Maybe there's other like campers out here somewhere. I have no idea. But I'm gonna start getting the tent ready, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the 3-knock thing to see if something responds. Because I mean that's what Bigfoot is supposed to do, right? So we'll try that. First, I might as well get the tent ready before I'm too tired to actually even bother at this point. Okie dokie.
No response at first, so he tried again, this time louder, using rocks instead of his hand. 3 loud knocks echoed through the forest. And then, from the darkness, 3 knocks came back. Clear, deliberate, matching his rhythm exactly. Angelo froze. He knocked again. Another response. Same pattern. Same direction. Whatever was out there wasn't randomly making noise. It was answering him.
I guess for now, I was going to start building a fire pit, but to be honest, I don't really have enough rocks available. So, alright Bigfoot, if you're out here, show yourself. Okay, that's just a bird. And that's a bug hitting the table. And there's also another giant June bug right next to me. That's fantastic. Yeah, sure, just fly right into the fire. Okay, anyways. Alright, Bigfoot, let's go. I mean, you never know, an area like this, it would only make sense to potentially have something out here. Man, that wind is really picking up tonight. Nothing yet. Let's try it again. Don't really have anything else other than maybe wood. Alright, let's try
try maybe with the wood instead. Let's try with these. Okay, that was something. That was legit 3 knocks down in that direction. Let's do it again. There it is again. No way. Nothing that time, but okay, one more time. There it is again. What is that? Okay, there's 100% something down there. 3 knocks, like 3 separate times. Bigfoot? Yeah, I guess we can go down there and check again. Okay, this just got interesting. Yeah, let's go check. Oh, jeez. The heck was that? I literally thought I got caught on something. That was weird. Yeah, I was literally just walking past there. I thought I walked into like a tree, but the little trees are all down there, so I don't know what that was. Okay. So we heard a few knocks. Let's see what might actually be out here. Something over there. Probably just an animal, but it's pretty cool looking area. Very, very dense forest. Like, other than trees, there ain't much going on out here. There's a lot of like mountains and stuff, as you guys saw from the drive-in. It's like up, down. That is most of Cape Breton, to be honest with you. A lot of it is like that. Maybe not most of it, but there's a lot of spots that are kind of like that. Oh my god, the bug situation out here is terrible. Hello, Bigfoot? You out here? One thing I did notice, and I know this is kind of a Bigfoot thing, is there's a lot of broken trees. Like, look at this. One there, one here. Oh, screw off, bug. Get off my face. There's another one there. There's like a whole row over here. I don't know if that's just naturally happening or if something is actively doing that out here. Bigfoot? I mean, something was knocking out here repeatedly, so it's creepy out here. Definitely got to be careful because there's definitely some dangerous wildlife out in these parts. Bigfoot. Nothing now. What was that? I could have sworn I just saw something like wisp by. I don't know if the camera caught that, but... Hello? Yeah, it looked kind of like foggy almost. Weird. Nothing now. Just complete silence. Wow, okay. Thought I heard movement back there.
Angelo headed back toward his campsite, but the feeling of being watched intensified. Then he heard it, mumbling, low, indistinct, coming from the trees. Not wind, not an animal, something vocal. He called out. No reply. Just more mumbling, faint but unmistakable. Then another sound, someone or something calling out in the distance. He scanned the area with his light. Nothing. Complete darkness beyond the beam. But the sounds persisted. Mumbling, calling, movement in the brush. Angelo tried to sleep but managed maybe 10 seconds before his eyes snapped open again. The unease wouldn't leave.
Down off in that direction. What is going on over there? Okay. I just heard somebody call out again. What the hell is that?
18.
18? 18 what? Is somebody down there? Hang on, let me go check again.
He will kill you.
Literally nothing. I don't see a single thing out there. Dude, this...
Boy.
What? Boys? Let me pause this. I don't know. I'm not sure about this place. This is, kind of... I don't know, it's weird. I'm getting a weird vibe all of a sudden. It's like just everything is just changing. If there's something out here with me, show yourself. So many bugs. I think I gotta turn the light down on the camera. I think that's what's attracting them right now. Now all of a sudden it just went quiet. Whatever, I don't fucking know. Yeah, it's just dead silent now. Bigfoot? Where'd you go? You know what? Let's try that again. If it worked the first time, it seemed like something was responding when we were doing this. Nothing now. So why the first time? And it was like it was 3 times. Weird. Okay, well, I don't know if it's gonna rain tonight. The weather over here is kind of, you know, hit or miss. So I think I'm gonna start putting some things away. Actually, cut that whole part. Alright guys, so I don't know, that was weird. We were getting something, and I think I'm gonna take it easy for a little bit, maybe start editing a video. Still got a bunch of vlogs from Newfoundland, believe it or not. We filmed so much vlog content out there. We were already discussing potentially going back next year and like spending maybe, I don't know, 3-4 weeks out there. I know I will. If I have the opportunity to do it, I will do that. My trip after this one is going to be BC. We are going to go to West Coast Canada, and that's going to be after the event at Hillview Manor. And yeah, it should be quite interesting. I had a really good time last year in BC. I know a lot of great haunted and wilderness spots, so we'll be doing a lot of this. And clearly you guys are liking it, so don't forget to smash the like button as well. What the hell? What is that? What is that? What is that? It just sounds like something's walking out there. Like right in front of me. What? It legit just sounded like there was something right there. I don't see anything. I don't understand. What is that? Sounds like something's moving back there now. What is that? I don't know what's going on right now. Guys, I've literally just been sitting here just editing, making the next video for the vlog channel. Haven't heard a single thing, and then all of a sudden it's like the forest just literally came to life. It legit sounded like as if something was moving right here. And I looked, and I didn't see anything. What the? What just did that? Bigfoot? That doesn't make sense though, because it sounded like as if it was right here. That was creepy. Hey! What in the f? Okay, that was really weird. Why did that just sound like almost like me? Guys, like something really weird has been happening ever since we went to that one spot in Newfoundland. I hear voices, but they sound like me. Actually, to be honest, it hasn't happened since Newfoundland, but all of a sudden... What? I'm literally way too tired for this shit. Okay. What the hell? Something back there? Oh, I see something. Hang on, what is that? was nothing. But I definitely heard that. You know, hang on a second. Just in case. Man, I was having a nice peaceful moment. Something back there? Something I can't see? Alright, hang on. Let me put this down for a second. Something back there? Alright, that was weird. I heard something there, then back there right after. Just kind of waiting to see if anything comes out. Now it's quiet. I don't know. I don't know if it's this. Some weird thoughts are going through my mind right now. I'll explain in a moment, but. What the fuck? Okay, what in the actual hell was that? That was weird. That was not normal. So I'm starting to think maybe something followed me. I don't know. I've been getting comfortable out here, but I legit put my freaking slippers on. Weird. Let me run the spirit box again. See if anything else comes through. Is there something here with me? Something following me? Honestly, guys, like, I've just been kind of enjoying the night. Okay, that was just a garbage bag. There's a garbage bag literally right next to the camera. It's like the perfect temperature tonight, the perfect chill factor, I guess, if you will. Okay, well, I'm gonna go to sleep soon. And literally nothing is coming through. Do you wanna say anything? Now's your chance.
Florence.
Florence? That's a weird one. What do you mean? What about Florence? I am super creeped out. Not gonna lie. I'm out here completely alone. There's no one around. Nothing around. And then we hear that.
I'm protecting you.
Oh, thank God. Who's protecting me? I don't even know anymore. Is something following me?
Don't tell people.
Well, I think it's a little late for that. Why not? I don't know why I feel like I'm being watched. I feel so uncomfortable right now. Okay, you know what? Let's just go to bed. And I think we'll just deal with the rest of this in the morning. This is just super creepy, to say the least. I don't even know what to say anymore. Holy crap, man. Honestly, this location, I didn't know what to expect from this. Like, it's very vague. I came out here kind of just on a whim. Figured if worse comes to worse, I'll just chill. But, like, something's happening. And I don't know what it is. Okay, let me go get the rest of my stuff ready in the tent, I guess. Oh, let's try and make this quick before too many bugs come in. This is like legit the worst part. Especially now that it's late. Okay. Let's get those inside. Oh, the bag is like tearing. The garbage bags I bought are literally not big enough for what I have in them. That kind of sucks, but we're just gonna have to tear it open. I mean, I'll just use it as an actual garbage bag later on. But I'm gonna get my pillow and my blankets. I don't need a sleeping bag tonight because it's really warm. And I'm gonna just start sweating buckets if I try and sleep in a sleeping bag. That would be ludicrous. Alright. grab my rifle, bring it in here, and we're gonna go to sleep pretty much right away. Because I just want to skip tonight and move on to tomorrow. That's the idea right now. That's what we're going with. Whew. Man, am I ever tired? And it's also so like humid and warm right now. Hey, get out of here, mosquito. So I don't know what's going on out there, but I'm gonna just go straight to sleep and pretend like I didn't hear anything. Hopefully it works. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh my gosh. Oh, Lord.
He is following you.
What the hell was that? I heard something out there. I don't see anything. It legit sounded like it was just down there. Okay, you know what? I am not going out there. I don't know what the hell is going on tonight, but this is mildly disturbing. Let's see if we hear it again. Whatever you are, leave me alone. What the hell? Sounds like something on this side now. Oh, it's so dark out there, I can't see anything. It sounded like something like stomp. I swear I still hear it. Okay, now I hear a plane. Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna try and go back to sleep. I fell asleep for like literally like 10 seconds, I think. Oh my gosh. Okay. And of course there would be a spider inside the tent, wouldn't there be? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I slept, not long, maybe about 4.5 hours. I am a little bit tired, but we're currently packing up, which takes absolutely forever. I'm charging all of the battery banks and trying to rearrange the car a little bit so things fit a little better. But yeah, other than those weird occurrences last night, nothing else really happened out here. So that's kind of that, but I'm trying to figure out exactly which route to take out of here to get to the main road. I don't even know which way to go. I'm thinking probably this way should lead to a main road. I'm not even really too sure, but yeah, I'm gonna finish packing up here. I gotta load up the tent and pack all this crap back into the car, and then we'll be back on the road. So I feel like I just said back like 10,000 times, but anyways, I'll be back in a few moments and we'll be making our way out of here. Alrighty, we're finally making our way down this road. I don't even know what's down here. What's going to be hilarious is if I end up finding a spot that would have been way better to camp at. Although, I did enjoy that site, apart from the weird stuff that happened last night. It was a good spot, not too bad. To be honest, I don't even know if this road actually exits, or if we can make our way the entire way. It shows that it does, but I honestly don't know, but we'll see what's up ahead. Okay, this is really funny. I accidentally forgot something. Uh-oh. Literally left my bug spray right on the car. Gonna need that for later. All right, let's continue. Damn, I know it's near impossible to see from here, but we made it out. There's something up here, actually. Or is that just a house? I don't know, but I literally just saw the ocean and it looked absolutely incredible. That is where I'm going to end off this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Of course, if you did, smash the like button, and if you're new, subscribe, turn notifications on, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Love ya. Bye-bye.
To this day, Angelo doesn't know what responded to his knocks that night. Was it Bigfoot? A curious animal mimicking sounds? Something else that calls the Mabu Highlands home? The eyes in the darkness, the 3 knocks, the mumbling. None of it has a clear explanation. But one thing is sure. When you knock in those woods, something knocks back. And maybe that's not an invitation you want to accept. A spirit box says a name. Minutes later, you find a duffel bag with that exact name. And when the police arrive, they tell you it's filled with animal remains in a forest known for satanic rituals. August 14th, 2025, YouTuber Jasko and his best friend, Chris, ventured deep into a remote Adirondack forest in upstate New York, an area notorious for Bigfoot sightings and occult activity. Armed with only a spirit box, flashlights, and their cameras, they planned an overnight adventure. What they found instead was evidence that the rumors about this place were disturbingly real. A truck kept driving past their campsite, slowing down each time as if searching for something. It happened multiple times, enough to put them on edge before they even entered the forest. But they pressed on, spirit box in hand, hoping to document something unusual.
Oh my god, dude. This one looks like a jungle.
Yeah, this is one of the crazier ones that.
Johnson.
Oh, is that?
What?
Should we take him out?
No, Chris, what the hell? We just had dinner back at the van. As you can see, the van is right there. We're keeping the lights on. Here's the thing, guys. Something really strange is going on tonight. I don't know how I'm editing this video, but on several occasions tonight, there's been this one truck that has driven past us at our campsite on several different occasions, and it would slow down, almost kind of like it's looking for something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Johnson, is that your last name? Bro, this literally looks like a jungle. Look at that.
It's so grown in. Maybe we shouldn't go.
You hear that?
What is that?
Hello?
Johnson, are you down here?
Johnson's the last thing.
Maybe it's John's son.
Maybe.
Brenda.
Oh.
What is that?
Brenda.
Brenda? Brenda Johnson?
Brenda Johnson. All right, we got a name.
The spirit box started picking up responses. Fragmented words. Then a name. Brenda Johnson. Clear enough that both of them heard it. Skeptics dismiss spirit boxes as random radio interference, but what happened next is more complicated to explain. As they ventured deeper into the forest, following the direction of strange noises, they learned more about where they were standing. This wasn't just remote wilderness. This was a place with a documented history. Satanic rituals, animal sacrifices, things that locals knew about but didn't talk about openly. And they were walking right into the heart of it.
There's a lot of sensitive topics about this place tonight that we actually didn't know about until we got here. Let me just put into perspective for you guys. This is a place where several deaths have happened, documented deaths. There are some undocumented deaths that have happened as well. Satanic rituals happen here to this day. Okay, let's just keep going. Like I said, this has been like our 6th trail that we've been on tonight. It's kind of been like hit or miss. Very hit or miss.
I feel like someone's gonna like be laying down in the grass and just grab our ankles.
That would suck.
I died here.
Oh, behind us, bro. Shh, listen.
Said, I died. Bro, Brenda Johnson, I died here.
That's so sad.
Bro, look at this. Look straight ahead. Look how terrifying that looks. That genuinely looks horrifying.
He killed me.
Oh! He killed... Wait. Brenda Johnson, I died here.
He killed me?
He killed me. Okay. Who's over there?
Organs.
Organs? What?
Huh?
Recording.
Organs recording.
Hello?
Then they saw it. Just off the main trail, partially hidden in the brush. A duffel bag. Old. Weathered. Sitting in the middle of the forest where it clearly didn't belong. They approached cautiously, and when they got close enough to read the label, everything clicked into place. Brenda Johnson, the name the spirit box had said minutes earlier. Now, printed on a bag abandoned in the woods.
Could be us.
What the f is that?
Ew. Wait, bro, is that a fucking animal? What is that? What am I looking at right now? Oh, thank God.
That's a duffel bag.
Okay, I thought
Chris,
that was...
that's a duffel bag in the forest.
Okay, I mean, it's not any better, but... Hello?
No, you don't get it, bro. The spirit box just said, Brenda Johnson, I died here, and we just found a duffel bag in the forest.
That's not a good thing. Should we... Okay, what's going on? Well, look at it. It looks like someone like...
Can you hold this? I'm gonna... Fuck, I don't have gloves. They're in the van. Everything's in the van.
You never have gloves.
Decisively.
Decisively.
Oh, it says something on here.
What's that?
Amazon. A-M-A-Z-O-N. Amazon has bags?
That seems nice.
This looks like something my grandfather would have used. Oh, bro, this is all broken and wet and damp.
What? What do you see?
McDonald's cards? Arch card? What is an arch card?
I don't know. Well, it's like
Does
clear.
McDonald's have a bank?
Maybe like employees or something?
2007, it says.
I've never seen that before. It's so weird. Arch cards. Okay. Oh. Sorry.
Oh, shit, Chris?
Bro, listen.
Ah!
Oh!
That was a goose, I think. Chris, there's a receipt here. Holy shit. Oh my God, there's a date. Hold on. Bro, January 26th, 2008.
Okay.
There's no shot.
Oh. Hello?
Look at it.
Yo,
Get it!
go. Go.
Are we good?
Oh, stop. Chris.
12.
Should we get the shotgun?
Yeah, probably.
Get the shotgun.
How things work.
Okay.
The bag was dated 2008. 17 years old. And as they examined it further, they heard footsteps. Close. Getting closer. They didn't wait to see who or what was approaching. They ran back to their van, grabbed a shotgun, and returned to retrieve the bag. Inside, they found a phone. The name on it? Brenda. More items followed, each one raising more questions than answers.
Oh no. Oh god, no, not this. No, bro.
Brenda 0129. Oh, is that the code maybe? Passcode?
Possibly.
Oh, what the hell is wrong with the screen?
Before they could process what they'd found, headlights appeared. A truck. Not the same one from earlier. This one had markings. Forest ranger. Then another vehicle. Sheriff. 2 of them. The authorities were searching for something. And when the officers approached Jasko and Chris, the conversation revealed details that made everything worse.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, we had something up there, but it was nothing.
Anything for us to worry about?
No, it was just a bag and it had some animal remains in it. We were just making sure.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Thanks, man.
Okay.
That's great. No, it's all good. Normal. Thanks.
Take care.
Dude, what the fuck?
Oh.
I've never seen.
Okay, so let's put some things in perspective for you guys. That was 2 sheriff vehicles.
2 of them.
After we just seen park rangers, so what they just said was they found a bag of animal remains in a forest where satanic rituals have been rumored to happen here with animal remains. Do you not understand how crazy?
That's literally like, everyone can question our stories all you want, but that's literally the proof that we needed to know. This shit's real. People are doing rituals in this forest to this day. Dude, I'm so uncomfortable. I know there's nothing to worry about, but what the
Are you sure there's nothing to worry about?
There might be something to worry about. I mean, he said there wasn't. He was very suspicious the way he
Is that
said it.
another car coming?
Yes.
Again?
I think? Yes. 100%.
It's the park ranger this time. Okay, can you put my phone there again just to record
Audio?
it? Yeah.
How's it going? Pretty good.
Just out camping for the night?
Yeah, we're just out camping.
Alright.
Is
Yeah,
it-
I saw you guys up at the...
Yeah.
We're just different spot.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, so somebody found like a bag of like, what they thought were organs.
Organs?
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
it turns out, I think it's like somebody had like a goat or a lamb or something and they got it and they dumped it.
Jeez. That's crazy. It's still weird though.
Yeah, weird shit going on.
Really weird. That's crazy.
You never know.
No, you don't.
Weird shit happens on state land, guys.
I know. We'll keep the doors locked for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
The officers confirmed what they'd suspected. The bag contained animal remains in a forest where satanic rituals were rumored to happen regularly. The timeline was too precise to be a coincidence. The spirit box had said Brenda Johnson. They'd found a bag with that name. Inside were remains, and the authorities had been actively searching the area. To this day, no additional information has been released. No explanation for why the bag was there, who Brenda Johnson was, or what exactly happened in those woods in 2008. Jasko and Chris left with more questions than answers, and the Adirondack Forest keeps its secrets buried, waiting for the next person curious enough to go looking. Shotgun shells on a trail. A tent abandoned beside a body never identified. A spirit box says a name. Then you find that exact name on a bag filled with remains. These weren't supernatural encounters. These were moments when explorers stumbled into spaces marked by violence, neglect, or something deliberately hidden. Private property that didn't want visitors. Cold cases still waiting for answers. Strangers appearing miles from anywhere. Barefoot and disoriented, with stories that don't add up. The footage captured these moments, but it didn't capture explanations. Authorities arrived. Evidence was collected. And then, silence. No follow-ups. No resolutions. Just videos that remain online, watched by thousands who want to know what really happened. The wilderness doesn't just hide animals and weather. It hides people, it hides crimes, and sometimes it hides things we were never meant to find.